The famous valid parentheses, commonly asked to junior programmers. However, you might see this in higher level interviews as well. The idea here is, can we take a string of braces, brackets, and parentheses and find out if they are balanced, meaning that they have a left and a right component each and they are in the right places. So in example 2, you'll see they're all in the right place. In example 3, there's an overlap between a left parenthesis and a right bracket. That's not going to work. And ultimately, the data structure we're going to use to solve this is a stack. And the way a stack works is much like a stack of plates. You stack them on top of each other, and the first one to come off is the one at the top. In this case, it'll be the one at the end. So we're going to traverse our string for L and S. If L in, so in one of these three guys, one of these three, which is the left parenthesis, brace, or bracket, we say stack.append L continue, because there's nothing for us to check against. Ultimately, the stack is what we want to use to check against characters within it. If not stack, return false. Because what ends up happening here is when we say continue in Python, we say no more processing of the code after this in the for loop. Go to the next component in the for loop. Okay, so we say for L and S, and we move on to the next character in string, and we continue to collect until we don't see a left component of either parenthesis, bracket, or brace. Moving on to the code, we say if not stack, return false, because there's nothing for us to check against. In the event there is something for us to check against, we say left equals stack.pop, and this is one of the left components that we just stored in our stack. We'll say if L equals the right parenthesis, so we came across a right component of the parenthesis, and left is not equal to the left component of the parenthesis, then we want to return false because it's the wrong matching. Then we have a right parenthesis and we don't have a left parenthesis off the stack to check it against. Now, as you can expect, we want to do this for the curly braces and the brackets as well. So we can actually duplicate that logic to make the same exact type of check, and we replace the curly brackets with the square bracket, and we move on with our processing. Finally, we say return len of stack equals 0. That means we've processed everything cleanly, no falses. No falses. However, if it's not equal to 0, this will return false because there are still left components in that stack that have nothing else to check them against. So let's run this. Accepted, submit, outstanding.